I think there are a few exceptions in the California Penal Code that allow us to take blood. Specifically, if it's during an active investigation, such as vehicular manslaughter, where there's suspected DUI. There are a few instances where you do not need a court order, and that's been upheld by the Ninth Appellate Court and by the Supreme Court. So, in certain circumstances, yes, I would. For just because somebody wants it, no. But that also sort of rolls into a few people out there who have asked me, would you require your deputies, or would you be willing to have, random drug testing or something like that for your deputies? I'm all in favor of that. It's not my choice. It's strictly up to the unions. The unions have control over that. They can say yay or nay. I haven't known about since 1976. I do know now recently they have been ordering DNA samples from child molesters.
Are you?
And I think they're taking DNA from felons too, convicted felons. So yeah, I am aware of that.
Are you aware that the federal government is also taking blood from infants? They're supposedly testing it for something.
I think I heard something about that, but no, I haven't paid attention to it.
Okay.
If they are, it's wrong. Behooves the next sheriff to decide how he's going to be, whether he's going to move into a corner and cower down, or if he's going to be the lion and stand in the middle of the forest and roar and say, this is my area. And I think it's important for a sheriff to start off and say, this is how my county's going to be run. This is what I'm going to do. And I think it takes a person who's doing it not for himself, not for political gain, but because it's the right thing to do, and knowing that he's the watchdog or the sheepdog for everybody in his county. He's got to continually circle that county and make sure that there's things are not going on. If every sheriff understood that and understood the power that they have, then there would probably be less of those things going on, the illegal searches and seizures and things like that. You would, do those safeguards and the double checks and things like that to make sure that when the federal government comes in and says, "Hey, Mr. Sheriff, we want to go take Carrie's, car because she owes us money." Well, hang on a second, show me that. Where is it? Well, we just, it's no. Show me the paperwork. Give me where's the court order? Where are these? Where's, and then look at it. And then, I know there's been sheriffs, and God bless them, who, have said, okay, we're no longer doing foreclosures right now. We are not taking and seizing people's houses because of the economy, And that's been in the back of my mind. I've gone out and I've helped our civil deputies on several of them. And the sad thing is that a couple of houses I've gone to, I was there maybe a year or two ago and helping those people, whether their kid was out of control or they were burglarized or something like that, and now they're gone. And I think there comes a point where you have to always protect the people. Now there again, it can be a court order. What am I going to do? I've worked civil court. I've watched the process. I know the process really well because I've worked it. And I know that those people are going to come in, and most of them aren't even going to show up to their foreclosure hearing, to their default. And they're going to have a lawyer there with maybe a representative from the bank. Usually it's somebody that they just hire to represent them in this area because the bank is back in Delaware. And they sit there and they go, "Are the Smiths here?" "Nope." "Okay, well, you say they haven't paid you a payment for 7 months?" "Yep." "Okay, well, I find them in default. Stamp. Here's your paperwork. You can go get the house." And most of the families are already gone, but there's those few that go, "I have nowhere to go." So, and until, we're all at fault for it, every one of us. You can blame the banks, you can blame Wall Street, but everybody within the United States is at fault for it because we've all done it, we've all watched it. We've all somehow or another taken advantage of it. So here comes a time when we have to step up and say, okay, we got to get a quick control on this, and these people are suffering. We got to stop that. It might be something I will do. I'm not saying I'm going to, say, okay, guys, we're not doing any more foreclosures. But there may come a time when I'll look at it and say, enough's enough. The federal government keeps saying we're gonna help these people out. We're gonna help these people out. Show me where they've helped people out. Show me, just show me 10 families that the federal government actually come in and helped them out, and said, this is what we're gonna do for you. Yeah, we understand this got bad. You lost your job. Blah blah blah. We're gonna restructure your loan and everything like that. Banks don't care. The bank's going to hold on to that property for 50 years. And eventually, going to get more money out of it than if the banks say, well, we don't want to lose our money, but yet 75-90% of the homes that they seize and resell, they sell at a lesser value. So it's not like they're making. I mean, sure they'll make money in the long run, but how if they want to avoid all that, how come they just don't come in and go, okay, the standard loan is for what, 30 years?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? We're going to give you a 45-year loan, and we're going to drop your payments down to X amount of dollars. Yes, in the long run, that $450,000 house is going to have cost you $1.5 million if you're in it for 45 years, but you still have your house. So anyway. I'm sorry I got off track. It's just
No.
there are things out there that I see in my everyday job that I see as just wrong, and right now I don't have the ability to change them.
Yeah.
And sometimes in the future, if I'm fortunate enough, I'll be able to make those changes and try to do the right thing. I am not aware of any of them being used within my county, and I don't see them. We've got enough problems with the ability to capture stuff off air or over the air that I don't think we need to be doing that within my county. And I don't think I would. Well, I know for a fact that I would not condone it within my county. If we've got if there's enough reason to start scanning somebody's phone, then we ought to have enough reason to get a warrant. If we don't have that, then we develop that. But we're not going to develop from doing something that I think is illegal. And I can't, and I can't even begin to think of a way to justify having a piece of equipment that would just pick that up. Especially when it's not available to the public. Now, if Joe Q. Citizen can go down to Radio Shack and buy a scanner that he sets on his mantle and turns it up full blast, and he sits there and eats popcorn and drinks his beer, and he listens to everybody within a 100-foot or 200-foot radius of his house talk on their cell phones, then hey, more power to us. We'll use that same equipment. I mean, but I don't know of any piece of equipment out there that's like that. The equipment that they've got is similar to the equipment that the bad guys are using to steal your information from your ATM card. They're taking it right out of the air, So they have everything that's on your ATM card plus your 4-pin code. And you're going, hey, wait a minute, I didn't give it to anybody. Why is it being used in Boca Raton, Florida? Because of that, and I think it's wrong, and I wouldn't resort to that.